show notes, you said that you personally like traditional dating. Do you consider yourself traditional?
As far as my work, no. But it's like
Right.
in my personal life, yes. Like I like traditional
So
roles,
yeah.
with
So
the man.
what does that look like?
For me, it's just like a man that's dominant, that will approach me, that has something that that maybe I don't have. Like I don't know, like that can bring like me happiness, and like it's just for me. I feel like I do better.
Shit. There you go. I had to get a mic. Y'all like, without my getting situation is like, at least she admitted that her work is not traditional. But for her to try to explain that she want a traditional guy, then to be like, I want him to bring me something that I don't know, like, going to provide, like, teach me knowledge. I would like, that's like me putting knowledge into a broken, like, trying to write onto a broken notepad. It's just like, why would I invest like information or like secrecy or time into you while you invested your time into other men? So she'd be like, well, it doesn't matter, like it should be about me. I understand that. But what she's saying is she want a man to come teach her something. So that means she wants somebody smarter than her, who has more than her. So that means she can't provide in that area because she wanting somebody more. That's like me try to teach a math teacher math. Like I came in your classroom to learn math. So the girl's pretty much saying I came in this guy's life for him to teach me more about life. That's what she's wanting. But you can't want that. Then when the guy asks you like, okay, well, what you gonna give me? You can't even give him purity. Like I ain't saying you gotta be a virgin like that. That's some bullshit. Like I ain't saying you gotta be a virgin. I mean, shit. We had a time in life where nobody virgins. I mean, yeah, men want virgins. I mean, don't get me wrong, but nobody fucking virgin really. So fuck it. Like that's off the table. But like, you don't have to be a porn star. So the guy invests so much. He around other high end guys, high value men with high mental stables. They're gonna look at him a different way because of his girl. The reason being is because whatever like what like a man is judged by, or a man is also judged by who he surrounds himself with. So if I surround myself with a bunch of thugs, what you think? If I surround myself with a bunch of robbers, what you think? A bunch of protesters, what you think? If I surround myself with a bunch of nerds and geeks, what you think? If I surround myself with people who swim all the time, what you think? So if I surround myself with a hoe or a bunch of like porn stars and shit, what you think? It really comes down to business, bro. Like it's an image thing. Like, it's really an image thing.
Better in relationships
It's
where the
crazy, bro.
man is the dominant one. Like, even simple things like planning a date instead of, leaving it up to me. You know what I mean? Like, I just like that dominant role.
Like then what makes it crazy is like, why would I plan a date with you, bro? If you're on porn star, you're a porn star. Like I'm not about to sit here playing dates with you and be cute with you and niggas. If other niggas who don't have to do this get access to you, why the fuck would I do it? Man, like I just look, I myself feel stupid. I look stupid because I'm trying to razzle this girl up, like make her feel great and feel spiritually great, emotionally great. For her to give me, for her to like me, give me access to her, but for her job, she should give dudes access to her. They have access to her though. Oh well, it's work. What?
Role in being the submissive one in a
And
relationship.
So then, other than naming a thing which is reciprocal, what I mean by reciprocal is, if I ask you this question, what do you bring to the table then that you would want this from a man? Without naming a trait which is going to be reciprocal, meaning he's bringing the same thing, what of value are you going to be bringing to this relationship?
I feel like that's subjective only because
Totally
the man,
subjective, sure.
well, the man would decide that. So it's like if he doesn't.
The man don't decide what you bring to a relationship. It's not acceptable. It's not what the fuck she said acceptable. What it is the fact of you. What do you bring to the table that he bring? That's really what it is. Because you're asking him to bring something to the table that you can't bring. So what can you bring to the table he can't bring?
Think I'm good enough to date
Well,
him.
no. In this case, I'm asking you what you think. I assume that he's going
Potential split.
that this potential guy is
Nick,
going
can you?
to come up with all sorts of different metrics for whatever those are. But you specifically, from your perception, what would you be bringing?
Ulysses the Pagan donated $200. Part of the feminist indoctrination, they put a chips in Gen Z and Alpha's head, overriding their cerebral cortex, making them say woman as the plural for motives only known by Nancy Pelosi and Mahsa
Get it.
Amini.
Yeah, that's definitely about me.
I don't get it. What does that mean?
Thank you, Pagan. Thank you,
Well,
Pagan, for the
he's
TTS.
saying that when Gen Z women are born, the doctor puts a microchip in their brain, which causes
A chip in
a
them.
circuit along their cerebral cortex. So when they say woman as a plural form of women, that's why.
It's
That's-
troll comment.
Okay.
Wait, you don't believe that?
No.
That's because he's trolling.
No, I know.
You didn't know. You can't play it off now. You
No, she ain't
messed
know.
it all up. You can't play it off.
She ain't know.
You
She
were
ain't-
so close.
she ain't know.
So close.
She ain't know.
So close. Anyway, so so back to this question. Yeah, what would you be bringing to the table? Do you think that is non-reciprocal?
So like if a man sees me on the street or something, like what would be the traits that he would see that would draw him in?
No. What would you be bringing to the table that he wouldn't be bringing to the table?
Yeah, she
In
crazy.
the context of what?
Is it like, you know what's crazy? But you see how detailed she's trying to get. Like you see how detailed she's trying to like be specifically be instead of just saying like, bro, like in reality, what do you bring? Well, in what case? No, nigga, what the fuck do you bring to the table? If you talk to a guy and you ask you ask him like, what do you bring to the table? And he trying to be specific the way you are, you're gonna look at him weird, like, bro, like you know the fuck I mean. Like, why you trying to be so technical about shit? Like, bro, to answer the question, like, because she knows she can't bring shit. She can't bring anything. She can't. Like, I'm not saying she not. Like, I'm not saying she can't ever do it, but right now she can't do it. She's wanting something she can't provide.
Like I'm
Of
confused.
a relationship,
Like as far as like the maturity,
anything.
Literally anything. Like,
I don't
literally
know,
anything.
It's just like I'm trying to be like open without thinking about like too like narrow-minded. Like
Bro,
Can you
literally,
restate-
bro, literally anything. Like, literally anything. He's just asking, what can you bring that a guy can't bring? And she's struggling with it. And like this, not even me trying to make fun of her. This like I'm not trying to make fun of her. None of that shit. What I'm trying to do is get y'all get y'all to understand the grasp of shit. It's like like y'all don't understand how much men have to really do to get your attention. Like y'all really don't understand. Then y'all want us to do all this shit, but we ask for something back, y'all stutter step. Y'all don't know. Y'all can't provide back a different way. Well, we can just match your energy. No, I want you to teach me something. I want you to I want you to be able to bring something to my team too. Because when I get with you, I see a like how it's supposed to be is when I get with you, I see a family. When I get with you, I see potential. I see us like building something. I need somebody to help me build. I can't. I don't want to have you just sit as a passenger. Like, no. If you're gonna be a passenger, you can be a friend to me. Like, you should be a fucking friend. Like, be a friend. Fuck it. I just won't do the shit I do with you, but be a friend. And everybody else be passengers. But you trying to be on like you trying to be in the front with me, you trying to ride this shit, bro. Like no, you gotta participate. You gotta help build the kingdom too. You can't just sit there and wait and just have me build it all. No, that shit not how. No, no.
back to us the multiple traits that you listed out that you want in a man?
I was saying I like a dominant man,
Yep.
is established, mature, and I guess not an asshole. I don't know.
But so it's very easy for you to answer what you're looking for. But why is it a little harder for, like, here's all the traits that I want in a guy. Why can't you just as easily say, here's what I'm bringing?
So what are those things?
I mean, for me personally, like it's definitely hard to like narrow things down because like
But
the
you
things
don't seem to have any trouble narrowing them down for what you want.
right because
Exactly.
that's in my perspective of what I want. But it's like it's hard for us as people to
No, it's not.
reflect that
No, it's not.
inward and know
No, it's not.
what
No, it's not.
traits. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
Really?
No, it's
Wait
not.
a second.
I
Is
mean,
it?
in my opinion, because I can easily.
Wait, don't
Nobody
you
care
know
about your opinion.
yourself the best? You've been living with yourself for 19 years. You know
Yes.
everything there is to know about you.
And you
So
can't
how would you?
and you can't say one thing you can bring to the table. Not one, just one. Like literally one in 19 years. You can't say one.
Not be able, if you're looking externally about men who I might not even know, I want XYZ. But why can't you just list out, well, here's what I'm bringing, here's me, this is what I bring?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just hard to like,
Okay, that's fair.
you know, just.
You
it's
don't
just
know.
like,
All right, you
it's
don't
just
know.
The phrasing is
Let
like
me ask the second part of the question.
It's not phrasing, but
What
okay.
baggage would you bring?
baggage. I mean, relationship wise, or just in general,
General.
relationship.
I'll say I'll say general.
Baggage wise, I mean, I guess if they were to look at my sexual things, you know, like I guess body count or my profession, the fact that I don't have a lot of relationship experience, I think age could also play a factor because that comes with the lack of experience.
So we have at least four pieces of baggage.
Right.
Can we get one
Good thing.
positive that you're going to be bringing
Just one.
to this
You need one.
relationship that's non-reciprocal?
Just one.
From what men have told me, like in my personal life, they like me because I'm honest with them. I'm funny, like
Bro, no. Like that's like what I just don't tell me what other men tell you. Tell me what you can bring. Like don't go with other men know. What do you yourself know what you bring? Not what other men say.
in my
Those are
personal life.
reciprocal traits, though. You would expect honesty as you're getting honesty, right?
Right.
So that's a
Right.
reciprocal trait. It's a non-reciprocal trait that you think you would bring.
Something that would benefit him, no? By being with you?
I mean, yeah, I mean that's why I was saying it's up to the individual. Like I'm not gonna be like, I don't know, like I'm just not like, I don't have like.
Like, she about to have a really, really long night rewatching this video of her clips. Cause like watching it, bro, like make fun of her, bro, but like it kind of low key like it's sad, bro. I'm like, this not even like on no bullying shit, bro. It's really sad. Like, damn, like you're 19, you're out here being fucked and tossed around, and you want a dude to give you all this, but you can't give anything back. Like like honestly, bro, you sound useless. And that sounds horrible. It sounds fucked up. But in reality, bro, like what she's sounding like, she sounds useless. Like, bro, you're just here for sex. Like, you're just the only thing you're good for is sex. That's it. Like you're not giving us anything. Like they're trying to explain it different ways, giving her time. You're not giving anything. You can't like. I'm honest. Yeah, we both honest. Okay, cool. But what do you like? You're not giving me anything. You're just here. You're just good to be bent over. Like you're just good to be bent over for. That's what they bent over. So yeah.
A giant ego. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's gonna get to date the baddest bitch around and blah blah blah. Like to me, that's subjective to whatever man I'm dating or whatever man finds interest. It's up to him to find those traits in me that he is attracted to, and that's
That's
different
not
for
true.
everybody.
That's not true.
Wait, so
That's so weird.
How
so
about,
nothing?
I feel like I have like just a different question that kind of would give the same answer. Like,
But she
what do
making
you
no
think a
sense, bro.
traditional man who's dominant, who's a provider, and all those things you listed would want in a woman.
Did she say? I don't know if she said provider, although that would be an entailment of being
Traditional.
She wanted
Yeah.
a provider. Okay, so that I'm assuming you want a guy to pay for the first date, right?
To lead.
You want a guy to.
Honestly, bro, what I'm getting from this shit, bro, I'm just getting girls just want to sit down, do nothing, be fucked, and give in the world. Literally, it seems like Georgia want to find a guy who literally worked his ass off, probably cut about 20, cut about 10 to 15 years off because of his lifespan, because how stressed out the fuck he is. And you want to sit there, be pampered, be taken care of, and do nothing, and y'all just get bitten the fuck over, and just have sex. It seems like that's what you want. Shit, crazy.
Pay? Would you want a guy to pay for like subsequent dates too,
Uh,
like provider?
yeah, like I mean, I think that comes with the dominant role.
Okay. So you would be submissive then. I assume that's what you would bring.
Right.
So I have a question. If you were dating a guy and he told you, I want you to stop doing, would you be submissive and listen to him?
No.
If I love
No.
someone, absolutely.
No, she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't. No.
Then I
Nope.
would not stop. I wouldn't
You're
be.
If she didn't love him, she didn't love him, she shouldn't be with
in
him.
a relationship with him.
I wouldn't be in a
Well, what if
relationship.
you don't love him yet?
That's possible.
That's pointless to me because I'm like, if
So your statement makes no sense. You said you would stop if you love him, but if you don't love him, you wouldn't stop. But then you said you wouldn't be with somebody you don't love. So would you? So you date somebody, so you saying you would stop. What she's saying is, I would date him, but I wouldn't stop. I wouldn't stop at first. I have to like fully like be in love with him, like to the point like, okay, I'm stupid in love with him to stop. But like dating, I wouldn't stop. That's what she's saying.
we're not, I don't know, if I don't love you yet, I'm not gonna quit
Don't
my
date
job
you.
for you.
Yeah, but somebody can grow to love somebody. That's very possible.
Right.
How
But
about if
I'm
he
not
doesn't
gonna
know if he
cut
loves
off
you
my
yet?
financials because you told me.
He's providing.
Right. But it's like,
Yeah, like you provide,
I
you
don't
do what
know,
you
like,
ask.
I feel like I would want to be in love with someone for them to like.
What
cut
you
off, like,
mean?
Or at least
what I do.
attraction, maybe not love, but like
Mhm.
attraction to them. Would you like
Like whoa,
give
whoa,
it up
what?
for them? Like,
She ain't
that's-
giving up.
Like
And
let's
the
say
thing
had
No, she ain't give that shit up, bro.
average relationship.
Yeah, I mean, if
She ain't
I'm
give that
just
shit up.
attracted, like, I don't really care.
But
Like,
it's like, how long does it take for you to fall in love with someone?
I don't know. I haven't been in love.
Okay.
No. A week for me.
So
Wait.
the last question I got for you: why would a traditional man who had
Even
those
look at you.
traditional traits and values want somebody who
See,
is
now
doing
I'm
porn?
understanding. Like, anyway, I'm not saying they would. I'm just saying what I like.
Yeah,
So
but-
it's like, for me, I'm not stupid. Like, I understand what I do as a job. I understand the way the world would view that in a negative light or whatever. And at the end of the day, that was my decision. So maybe it's harder for me to find a man
Sure.
that I want.
But let's circle.
You know
all,
what I mean?
We're going to circle all the way back now to the original question I asked you. Do you think that there's going to be any long-term ramifications from you doing porn? The response to this was everything except this answer, which is that it could definitely have significant problems when it came to the relationship that you would want with a man who had the traits, characteristics, and values that you're after. How come you left that out?
I wasn't thinking about that because most of the time when people bring it
You
up,
weren't
they always
thinking about it.
Well, they always bring up, oh, what about your family? What about your children? They're not thinking about like, oh,
Well,
what
I
about
assume,
your future
I
relationships?
assume you're going to have children with somebody you're in love with.
So like when they say, "Oh, your family, your children, your children's your future," I'm like, one thing I'm learning about women too is that a lot of girls like to live in the now. Like they don't like a lot of girls react off of now. They don't think future wise. That's why a lot of times they do shit, they will fuck up and they will like panic and freak out, and somebody got damsel in distress, and somebody got to save them. Like I know drug money, fast money. I know. I know. Like I could have gotten in a street situation. I could have gotten drug dealing, selling weed, like coke, all that shit, doing a bunch of illegal shit. I could have gotten that, get some fast money. Be a street dude, guns flashing it. Girls love it. But I knew long term that wouldn't be the best option. You either end up dead or you're in jail. Plus I'm black, so it's not the best option. I also know I don't want to work at a like a 9 to 5 job, desk job for somebody. I know that I want to be self independent. I also know that too, but I have to find a middle ground. So I was like, okay, so I had to find a career that I will like. Maybe you don't, maybe I don't make as much money as I could have been a dealer, but I don't have to work a 9 to 5. And who knows? Like a lot of shit, A lot of times you're supposed to be in a career you love, not for the money. You're supposed to do it because you love it. If you go for the money, you're going to hate it.
Yeah, of
Then you
course.
want that person to have those values, right?
Of course.
That comes before the kid, right?
Of course.
So if that
I
comes,
just- I didn't think about
before
that
the kid, and there's step-by-step process here.
Right.
The type of man that you're after for the values, aren't you hamstringing yourself?
I mean, no, because I mean, at the end of the day, if a dude doesn't want me back, I'm not gonna chase it. Like, I'm not gonna look stupid
Yeah,
like
but why
that.
would a man who had values, structured
He don't
values,
want you.
and was traditional, which is what you want,
Mm-hmm.
why would he want to be with a star?
Right.
But then it's then she, but I do respect the fact of her saying, if you don't want me, I'm not gonna chase you. That's not what Andrew's saying. Like, and that shouldn't how you react to that question. If you're looking for the type of feel, I'm looking for a group of. Let's say I'm looking for women who's 5'6", right? 5'6", and and people and most women who 5'6", let's just say they just don't like dudes who wear green shirts, right? I walk in a room full of women who are 5'6", and that room full of women don't like niggas in green shirts. I wear a green shirt. Now I walk in there like, oh, all y'all my type. They look at me and like, well, they look at me like, you know what? I would have been with you. I would fuck with you, but you got a green shirt on. I'm gonna be like, nah, I don't want to be with you then, and walk away. Like, no, like, no. This is women they're highly valuable women. They're great valued women. This is women I'm looking for. And like, okay, well, shit, I'll just stop doing this shit, and I just change my shirt. And they're interested that you don't like the shirt I got on, the field I'm in. It's probably a really bad example. It's probably a fucking horrible example. But you get what I'm saying.
Right. I'm not saying a traditional man has to be.
So how's that not hamstringing yourself?
Well, because it's like I grew up in a household that was a Christian household.
Sure.
And so maybe it's just the way I grew up that it's kind of ingrained in me to like certain traits in a relationship. I'm not saying that's an indefinite to what I'd be looking for. Like, let's say I find someone and they're not even like that at all, but I love them and it works for us, that's fine too.
Really? You think that you're going to be able to change things like you want them to be dominant, a provider, have traditional values? You really think you're going to change what you're attracted to? Really?
I mean, if you love somebody, yeah.
Andrew, can I ask you a
absolutely.
question on this? Can a guy be dominant and a provider but not be traditional?
Yes.
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 So that's what I mean. That's where I kind of think about this. Part of me when these
But there's an undercurrent here to look at. Yes. So in other words, I'm going to concede that this is logically possible.
right.
I don't ever see it though. Meaning that the types of men I think who desire to be in those roles generally seem to have a value structure which underpins why they want to be in those roles. Otherwise, what the hell would be the point? You just go out and be a promiscuous man and hump every chick you saw and lie to them, be a scumbag. There wouldn't really be any negative ramifications to that.
On the
So
side,
why not do that?
On the provider front, I do wonder though, like if there's like liberal cuck soy boy who's like just he's making nothing precludes a liberal cuck soy boy from making a ton of money.
No.
So they can fall into the provider role. It's not clear if the dominant component is a little more
Yeah,
questionable.
but generally, but let me ask the counter to this.
yeah,
So the liberal cuck soy boy,
yeah,
why does he want to fall in the provider role?
that's a good question.
Maybe.
Well, it would occur to me
Maybe it's
that
like instinct, because like, weren't you talking about like male instincts or something
Sure.
earlier? Like, what if it's just like ingrained from where they grew up?
I would think it would be instinct to not be a liberal cuck soy boy too, though, right? That seems instinctual, but maybe it's not just purely instinct. So if we're backing up, though, what would be the incentive for somebody who lives in modernity, a man who lives in modernity, makes tons of cash, right? And he doesn't see really any value in being a provider when he can just basically go out and hump whatever woman he wants. What would be the principle underpinning behind that? So you said you're raised in a Christian household, so you probably assume in your head the way that you think about it is it's supposed to be man, woman, children, devoted wife, right? Head of household, husband. These are the examples that you see.
Right.
Do you know why that becomes ingrained though? It's because those are examples that work. And so you look your whole life and you look around you and you see all kinds of examples that don't work. Traditionalism is really just the study of experiments that worked. That's an experiment that always works. Seems to work the best out of every other
It didn't
experiment.
work for my parents. That's
It
all.
doesn't always work.
Yeah.
Right? Of course not. But even if your parents split, that doesn't mean they won't enter into another traditional relationship with other people, right? So again, this is the experiment again seeming to work as it's supposed to. Even if with these two people it did not work, doesn't mean they're not going to look for a reformation for exactly that same kind of relationship again. That's the examples that we see that work the most. And so that's why we kind of are always looking at them and going, okay, why does this work? So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like that. I don't think that's relevant to like the original point, though.
I think it is, because what you're after is you seem to be after all the values of somebody who has an underpinning ethical system. The ethical system being, what are the things you value? Honesty, right? Integrity, honor. Part of that, the nature of I provide for woman, I take care of wife doesn't have to work, right? I'll kill myself at the factory every day to make sure the family's taken care of. There has to be some